billion, yes, I said it, $1 billion moves. It's ending its pay-per-view in the US after signing 7 years, 7.7 billion exclusive deal with Paramount. All UFC events will stream on Paramount Plus at no extra charge. This is part of your subscription. We got a video here of Dana White at a press conference, and then we're going to give you our thoughts.
The whole thing started going out. Pay-per-view's dead. Pay-per-view's not dead. We're on pay-per-view on Saturday. And the pay-per-view business is still very much alive and well. But, you know, we were talking about potential pay-per-view with other streaming partners that we were talking to in the deal, but just not in this one. And you know, who knows what could happen? The beautiful thing about this business is every year something happens that I don't see coming. You know, a fight that you never thought would happen, or who knows? I mean, now, you know, we're doing boxing and we're doing MMA. Who knows what could happen? And anything could be a pay-per-view. Something could be a pay-per-view still.
Does this require like massive restructuring of like fighter pay? I mean, they used to be pay-per-view partners with you, right? Now what's the carrot or the encouragement to be the superstar?
It's not massive restructuring. You know, we got a bunch of smart kids over there that work in the accounting department to figure out how to, you know, how to make all this stuff work. But
About time, man. Nobody. So let me read this. This historic deal with Paramount and CBS is incredible for UFC fans and our athletes. For the first time ever, fans in the US will have access to all UFC content without pay-per-view model, making it more affordable and accessible to view the greatest fights on a massive platform. This deal puts UFC among the biggest sports in the world. The exposure provided by the Paramount and CBS network under this new structure is huge win for our athletes. Anyone who watches loves this sports, and I mean, I gotta say, we've been watching a lot of UFC. I mean, a lot of UFC. I mean, like we got a couple favorite ones like Sugar
Shane,
Patty's nice.
Patty Pimlet.
I mean, it's a lot of fighters that we definitely like. But I'm definitely happy about
Gonna
this.
watch Duplessis this weekend. Shout out Seth.
Exactly. But one thing I do like about how they got rid of the pay-per-view thing, because that's one thing I did hate. Like growing up as a kid, like that was one thing that stopped me from watching a lot of pay-per-view fights. Like other kids got to watch. Like it cost $80 to watch, and you know,
Boxing was like that. You were real into wrestling. Wrestling
exactly.
was like that. So yeah, you really had to pay to play. So you know that definitely adds up. If you're watching a big fight every month and you're paying, you know, $70 to $100 just to be able to watch the fight.
And then if you can't watch the fight, you gotta like somehow like
Go
back in
to a
the
bar. Sometimes they charge.
no, but I mean
sometimes they
back in the
don't.
day when you was a kid, like you had to like go on the
to
internet,
a
read a
bar.
magazine.
No, I'm
What?
just-
Horrible. Like you know, read a magazine. Nowadays, you go on YouTube, like watch little highlight
Highlights,
clips,
yeah.
but and then like you know what UFC,
Instagram.
they don't show their highlights like everybody else. Like you know, boxing, you'll see like as soon as the boxing match over with, you may see that highlight. UFC, they hide their highlights. Like you gotta like go on Twitter and like see somebody post it and see their highlights. And
Or
even,
Instagram, yeah.
yeah, even and no highlights be short. Like you be like 30,
They be
15
banning them.
seconds.
It's like weird. They'll put out the highlights like a month afterwards.
Exactly. So now it's going to this, and a lot more people going to watch it. So that's going to bring a lot more eyes. So like to me, I'm comparing this to like NBA, like football and basketball. So like football. Like imagine if they had like the Super Bowl behind the paywall. They took that away. Now you got football.
Dang, that'd be wild if the Super Bowl was pay-per-view.
Exactly, and now you got everybody watching these fights. I mean, they said it's gonna be at least like it's gonna be a total of 43 fights. 30 of them are gonna be fight nights. 13 of them gonna be
I think
premium fights.
I think they were struggling, and
It
that
was.
this is gonna save them. They got South Park. I think they bought South Park's rights off of HBO.
Paramount.
Because yeah, it was
Yeah.
like it went from Comedy Central to HBO to now Paramount. Has the new South Park episodes in the old seasons. So it's like they're trying to make themselves a legit thing, and we see Disney Plus now is going to just fully merge with Hulu in the ESPN app. So it'll just be all one app. So it's crazy that these like streaming services are buying each other and like molding together. And it's like we're eventually just going to get molded back into cable.
Basically, that's what we're looking like. It's basically like slowly everything's molding back to cable, but because
They
at
always
first,
find a way.
exactly, because at first, UFC was just UFC was doing a lot of things with ESPN, and then like their whole contract goes up, and everybody's wondering like what else finna go, and now then
They're
like,
done with ESPN now.
but now they got WWE, but like this is like
That's Netflix, right?
no WWE, but it's all under the same label TKO, because TKO owns UFC and they own WWE wrestling, so it's like they really just did a swap.
Yeah, well, yeah, because like wrestling's on Netflix now.
It's on Netflix. Now it's on wrestling's on. It's weird, like it's on Netflix, but then at the same time, you still see it on.
If you're a
like,
wrestling fan, you get Netflix. If you're a fighting fan, you get Paramount.
they just making it crazy. You see
If you're
what
a
they
Star
said about
Wars fan, you get Disney Plus.
exactly. But you know what they didn't talk about? They didn't talk about Power Slap.
Oh yeah.
Because
Comment down below if one person comments and it gets 5 likes. My co-host Felix Supreme will take the wrath of my power slap for your viewing pleasure.
that's crazy. But one thing I gotta
5 likes equals a slap.
But one thing I do wonder is like how are they gonna start playing these UFC athletes? Because like
That's interesting.
it's no more like big bad, like it's no more, oh yeah, I'm only gonna fight him if you give me 20 million and then he only can get 5. Like ain't no more of that. It's like everybody, I think like it's gonna be like a contract. Everybody gets like a little salary thing like NBA.
I wonder how they're gonna do that. Yeah, if it's gonna have to be a salary or negotiated for how many years. For like, I get 5 million every single fight, no
like for
matter
3
what.
fights.
Or and I get to like it's almost like a trade clause. Like I get the option since I'm a big name to choose my fights or to turn down a fight. But if you're not a big name, maybe you don't get that in your contract. So it's gonna be interesting because like if you're someone that maybe makes less, you can maybe think this is gonna be positive or you're gonna be making more. But if you're someone that makes more, you could be like, man, this might be a way for me to somehow make less. So
Yeah, basically
they got paid $7.7 billion. So I mean, they should have enough to go around.
It's basically double what they was already making. It's basically double what they was getting from ESPN. But I mean, UFC is up on the rise. I definitely do like this because it did definitely piss me off when it was always a hugging match. Like my homeboy would buy the UFC. He stresses out about the whole UFC thing. He'll get the UFC fight. We'll finally get it up and running, and then it turns into a hugging match. Like they on the floor for like the whole 3 rounds, 5 minutes each round. I'm like, I could have went to sleep.
And
then
you did.
But now it's free. But now it's free. Now I'm not as mad anymore. It's on some of it's on CBS.
And if you're watching this on TFTC clips, we're doing a sports podcast, TFTC Sports on the Tales from the Crib on YouTube. But yeah, we are definitely NFL veterans, NBA veterans, but we are new to UFC. That is not our normal area of expertise. So if we don't know something or don't say something perfect or know every single person's name off the back of our hat, or if we don't have notes, we're sorry. We're new to UFC. So if we appreciate it, if you have any helpful comments on anything we're talking about UFC, or if we get anything wrong, constructive criticism, anything, put it down in the comments section.
You said who's fighting? Wait, it's a fight this weekend?
Duplessis.
Didn't he just fight?
Yeah, he's fighting this that guy right there, I think.
Wait, didn't we just watch him fight? Oh
no, that's a smaller one.
No, it's UFC 319. Oh yeah, I forgot.
He's not fighting that guy. He's fighting the other guy.
He's fighting. Yeah, I think he's fighting. No, he's fighting this other dude.
Duplessis,
I forgot what he's fighting. He's fighting Marab. Was it Marab? I forgot.
I think so. Hold on, let me see.
He's fighting somebody. I remember we did the topic, but we did end up doing it early. I know it was 2 weeks early. It is coming up on the 19th. But yes, Duplessis. Yeah, the dude that like darts at you.
Oh, Cosmonaut Chimaya. Yeah, I always, his name's hard to say, so.
Chimiva. Yeah, whatever his name is,
Chimichanga.
Yeah, him. He's I definitely want to see that fight. I got Duplessis. I got Duplessis winning that fight. Y'all comment down below who y'all got winning, or if this comes out after it. Comment down below your favorite moment from the fight. Let us know your favorite moment from that fight. What happened?
No, I'm saying Duplessis needs to knock him out because that guy is a wrestler. He wants to get him in a hold or just wrestle the whole round so he gets ground time points.
Exactly.
He wants to Floyd Mayweather is UFC style.
One of the fights you'll be pee off about.
Win off of points instead of any damage.
Exactly. Imagine. Oh my God! Remember paying for the pay-per-view? I remember paying for the pay-per-view Mike Tyson fights and them ending like in 30 seconds, or like paying for the Floyd Mayweather fights and like he just like runs around for the whole thing, and you pay so much money.
You know what's great about not really being like a super fan of like UFC or boxing or any combat sports is that if you have like friends, usually someone you know is into it, and then you just get to show up and go. So then if it's great, you're like, that was fun. But if it sucked, it's like, I didn't have any skin in that game.
Exactly. That's it. That's
It-
definitely. But yeah, make sure you hit the like button on this, man. Make sure y'all comment something down below. But yeah, anything else to say about the UFC? And congratulations to Dana White. I mean, 7.7 billion. That's crazy.
Yeah,
Nobody would've
shout
thought.
outs to UFC. Shout out Dana White. It seems like he's running things correctly. If he could get that type of deal,
Maybe he could teach the WNBA something.
and shout out all the UFC heads, all the combat sport heads that get all the casuals, the regular people into the sport. Because it's not a regular sport. Baseball, football, basketball. That's the more common sports. This is more an up and coming